up? It's your girl Camarae and you're watching Camarae Music TV, and I'm back with another video. This is your Married to Medicine LA review. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe down below to my channel, like the video, share the video, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at Camarae Music TV and Facebook. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get into this thing because I'm tired and I still got meal prepping to do. So we are back on the scene with Britton and Dr. Imani. I don't know how I forgot the goddess. Dr. Imani and Shanique, and they are enjoying dinner. And it is right after Dr. Imani's drug dealer house comment. She's trying to figure out why there are 4 Bentleys and you got this big house with no furniture. Is giving me, you know, Al Capone. It's giving me Scarface, okay, type of thing. Shanique is so taken aback. And she's like, come on, Dr. Imani. Come on, Imani. That's, you know, just talking to her crazy. And I just was just like, you know, Shanique, it's all in good fun. We clearly know that Dr. Imani's not talking mess about her behind her back, because Dr. Imani's clearly the type to say what she has to say in front or behind or underneath or on the side of whoever she's talking about. So let's not be messy. But see, you didn't get my advice because you were messy and it caused for drama later on. Okay, we're going to speed through some of the other storylines because I mostly want to get to this altercation at the end that was uncalled for, Shanique. Okay, so we're talking about that. We're discussing that. Let's move through these notes promptly and swiftly. Dr. Imani suggests her truth, trust, and transparency party, and that's when she's gonna have all the girls come to the hotel, eat and stuff, and that's the altercation that we see later on. Asha and Noelle are recapping on Jasmine's party. We're at Noelle's house. Noelle's a very pretty woman. And you know, at this point we haven't seen a husband. So on Twitter, a lot of people are asking her, Dr. Noelle, is Dr. Noelle married? Because if you can recall, Asha's husband's been on camera because he's the doctor. Shanique's husband's been on camera because he's the doctor. Dr. Britton's had her husband, but she's the doctor, so that's different that she's had him. Dr. Imani is a doctor, but so is her husband, Dr. Larry, I think. So Jasmine ain't had her husband on there. But you know, so anyway, so that's what we've seen. Okay, so Asha and Noelle are recapping on the party. Mostly Asha, you know, they're talking about Dr. Imani's party if they're gonna go, and they feel like Shanique owes Asha an apology. Now, I saw a lot of people saying that they felt like if Asha knew that homegirl was gonna be there, then she just shouldn't have showed up. She don't need no apology. She's playing the victim role. I don't think she's playing the victim role. I feel like Shanique was out of line when she was having her powwow and, you know, discussing with all these other women who this woman was to Asha's husband. That's where you were out of line, and that's why you owe me an apology, because you're doing all these other things that are out of line, boo-boo. And so, you know, that's where Asha's coming from. We also see later on that Asha goes on a audition, and the audition left a sour taste in my mouth because he was asking for her to be sassier, obviously because she's black, and that's what they associate with black women, sassy, mad black woman type of role. She was able to do it, probably got the part, whatever. She was also on Star, you guys know that. And so, you know, obviously she's been doing it for a long time, but I just didn't like that we actually got to see that they literally ask you, it's like typecasting, like, I want a sassy black woman, cute black woman with natural hair. Okay.
He didn't even call me back. Rude.
First of all, you walked away from the phone. So you called me just to give me a hard time?
Yep. Don't roll your eyes at me. So they end up in the back of your head.
Where was I at? Alright, so Noelle shares a little friendly insight, and you know, it reminds me of my best friend. It's nothing like when your friend just be like, this person's insecure. You have what they lack, they're jealous. That's that. I love when a friend can do that. So that's what Noelle's saying about Shanique. Shanique probably is jealous of the independence, or that it's her real hair and that she has edges, you know, Asha. I don't know what it is, but Shanique is just so rowdy, rah-rah, chihuahua style, and Asha's just so not. So I just don't understand, okay? But anyway, we move on to Shanique. cooking with her kids, making dumplings or something like that, and she gets to discussing bullying with her daughter. Her daughter is going into a new school year, and they're talking about bullying. And Shanique is saying that sometimes there's going to be mean girls, but she doesn't understand why girls can be so mean. And I said, but you're a mean girl. This is the pot calling the kettle. Okay, I didn't quite understand that, Shanique. You're gonna have to explain that to me, because you're being very mean to Asha for no reason. We catch Dr. Britton. She is educating us on anesthesiology and how it works. We get to see her patients. Really like that part of the show where we get educated on exactly what she does and see her in her element. We also see her FaceTiming with her husband later. I like the disagreement here. It's very much that of a married couple. One wants to live in the city to be closer to work. One wants to live on the outskirts. I'm very interested to see how this conflict is going to resolve itself. They're on a time crunch. They have children. What's going to be better for the family? Should we live? You know, he wants more space. She wants to live closer to work and not be in traffic. I get it. I love it. That's what I like to see in a marriage, okay? Conflict like that, because that is what we're going through, okay? We're trying to figure out where to buy a house at, where to plant at, towards the city, outside the city, you know? So that type of thing, I like to see that. That was all that was really happening with Britton. Noelle is uniform shopping with her daughter, also discussing, you know, fitting in. Her daughter feels like she's got it. We're later on going to see that she might have some issues with that. But this is where we get to see a picture of Noelle's husband. So clearly she is married, but she's not putting him on the show as of yet. All right, so it is time for the Triple T party, and they're on some type of rooftop and like in a hotel room, and they are Imani and Britton arrive first, and they're having, you know, some virgin type drinks and eating some type of snacking on some food, and they're basically discussing they're discussing Dr. Britton and her husband. I thought they were discussing something else. That was Jasmine and Shanique. But they're discussing Britton and her husband. Dr. Imani feels where he's coming from, or she's coming from, and he's coming from. But she also understands they need to get on the same page. But she also had a message, okay? It is 2019. Women are no longer just doing what's best for the man and falling to the man and letting the man handle things, okay? Women are taking on multiple roles. Women are taking on multiple roles and doing what needs to be done for the family unit, okay? Or just for themselves. If I want to do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna let family, kids, husband, wife, whatever, hold me back from fulfilling my dreams or whatever I need to do. Now, am I going to make sure they're taken care of? Yes. Okay, but Dr. Imani was like, you know, women, I'm all for women. I'm all for us making it happen. Her husband, he has to fill her role for a little bit, and oh well, suck it up, because she had to do it too. Okay, and it's a new time, it's a new dawn, it's a new day. That's all that I'm saying, all right? And so Jasmine and Shanique are on their way. We get them in the car. Jasmine is stressed out about her 1-year-old birthday party that she's about to plan, and she's saying that she wished that she could be just nonchalant about things, obviously being petty, talking about Britton and Dr. Imani. Shanique feels the need to share with her that Dr. Imani said that her house looked like a drug dealer's house because it didn't have furniture and she had the 4 Bentleys. Jasmine proceeds to get upset by this, and I'm trying to figure out why. Why did you not just laugh it off and be like, girl, she said that? It's almost like you're putting airs on for this show, putting on airs for this show, because nobody gets this upset over a comment that's not true. Okay, so I would have been, and not like about your house, or you went, especially when you know the personality of Dr. Imani. Oh, Dr. Imani, that's just her just being how she being. I'm gonna say something to her when we get here. But her being that way, not wanting to give her a hug, like just being extra, I was just like, oh, it's too much. When they get to this table, when they walk in, Shanique, she just irked the mess out of me. She really just irked the mess out of me, because they were eating and she was like, you know, they tried to get started with the pleasantries. Dr. Imani's like, we're all here. I don't feel like we've been behaving like sisters. And, you know, Jazz was just like, and laughing and stuff, being petty. And so she's already opened the gate, opened the door for the petty activity. Shanique is then like, well, let's just get down to the point. And Asha, I feel like, so then Dr. Imani's like, you know, let's not argue over here by the silverware. Let's move it over here. So then Shanique's like, you know, I wanted to eat my food. So I'm like, but you know you didn't, because you wanted to start an altercation with Asha. Eat your food, girl. So they move on over to the right, and they're sitting down talking. I'm listening to Shanique, but it's just sounding so bark that I'm getting annoyed. So they're basically asking Asha, like, you already knew about it, so why are you tripping, or why did you even show up? Shanique with these names, these little I can't think of the word, but I can't stand when people call me babe, honey, sweetie. They're demeaning to me. And that's what she was kind of doing to Asha, all right? She's trying to tell her that wasn't nobody thinking about her and all this other stuff. And I was just like, you know, it's a lot extra. If you're my friend, you don't do all this extra. And that's what I mean. Shanique ain't behaving like no friend. She would have been dropped already by me, okay? But they're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Shanique finally feels like, you know, what I'm saying obviously is not enough. Okay, so I'm gonna have to dig in here just a little bit deeper. Let me drop some hot tea that I know about her husband, and let's really get the party going. That to me was what I could not do. Okay, you're saying some stuff in front of this camera that you have not validated to be true, that your messy husband just said, okay? And you're only saying it as a low blow to call me out in front of people because it's not even true. It's not like it's relevant here. And so I'm like, Shanique would never be a friend of mine. Talking like never. 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 Okay, they get into it, it's getting pumped up type of conversation. I said, with friends like Shanique, who needs enemies? Noelle tries to step in. She's calling Asha the puppet master. It just was too much. Too much. If they weren't grown, if they were on Love and Hip Hop, Shanique would have had a drink thrown on her, checked by now, okay? But because they're on Married to Medicine LA, they just pick up and they leave. The whole point of Dr. Imani's party was to be in this room with the doors closed and hash it out. I feel like that didn't happen. Jasmine also had her issues with Dr. Imani. I don't know if they're going to sort it out. You know, it's just like a thing, like, it almost feels like when you call somebody, be like, yes, bitch. And then people try to get offended like you're calling me a bitch, like Amada La Negra used to do. Was that Amada La Negra? I think so. And you're clearly saying it as a term of endearment. It was like that. Like Dr. Imani's saying what she's saying, but she don't have no problem saying it in your face. So why is she bringing it to you? You know, y'all know what I'm saying. So anyway, we got through this review. This light is hot. I'm tired. But we got through it. Okay, Dr. Imani, I live for you, okay? I love you. I love you, darling. Okay, so I'm Kim Ray, and this is Kim Ray Music TV. Make sure you leave down below what you thought about this week's episode. Do you feel like Shanique is out of line? I need to know, all right? Because I feel like she is. Let's see if I'm alone in it. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video, follow me on all social media platforms at Kim Ray Music TV, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!